Here I am, Ananya Ashok, vocalist, interviewing for webindia123.com. കണ്ടു കണ്ടങ്ങിരിക്കും ജനങ്ങളെ കണ്ടിലെന്നു വരുത്തുന്നതും ഭവാൻ. കണ്ടു കണ്ടങ്ങിരിക്കും ജനങ്ങളെ കണ്ടിലെന്നു വരുത്തുന്നതും ഭവാൻ. മാളിക മുകളേറിയ മലരുടെ താളിൽ മാറാപ്പ് കേട്ടുന്നതും ഭവാൻ. മാളിക മുകളേറിയ മന്നന്റെ താളിൽ മാറാപ്പ് കേട്ടുന്നതും ഭവാൻ. My name is Ananya Ashok. I am a Carnatic vocalist from Chennai. Originally, I was raised in the US but moved to India about 4 years ago to pursue Carnatic music, and now I'm pursuing my passion full time. Ever since I was a child, my father used to make us listen to a lot of music. He had many records, and in US, he would buy records in India and he would just play them, and it would be a mix of both Hindustani as well as Carnatic, as well as really nice cinema songs, Ilayaraja, A.R. Rahman, all of the latest songs he would always pick, and he would play them in the car. And by nature, I'm very into arts. I like arts of all types. I like drawing. I used to like dancing and acting and painting and singing and all. So when I used to listen to all of these records, I used to sing along. And so that's when my parents saw that I was interested in music. But then, of course, I was not very disciplined as a child. So, and my father never believed in forcing children to learn music. He always used to tell my mother was a little bit more strict, but my father always used to say, if she wants to learn, she will automatically ask and she will learn on her own. So, on and off, I was learning here and there, sometimes from my father. My father also sings very well. But then finally, I started learning music from Shrikant Chari, who was my Veena teacher. He's based in the US. He's a senior disciple of Sri Lalgudi Jayaraman. And I started learning Veena from him, and it was just, I would just go to class once a week, come back home, play. It was like, I was very young, so I didn't understand, anything more than just going to class every week. And I used to sometimes do my work, sometimes I wouldn't do my work. And then, but of course, as the years went by, I got a little bit more serious. And then I started learning music from Shri P.V. Natarajan around 15, 16. And I was learning a little bit, but then I again stopped because of school and commitments and all that. But my mother wouldn't let it go. She wanted me to learn vocal music. And I was still learning Veena. So she said, you're learning Veena, it'll be good to complement with vocal music. And so she figured it would be a good idea for me to learn from someone vocally who is the same style as my Veena teacher. And that's when we came to Anuradha Sridhar. She's a very renowned violinist in the Bay Area. And she was, at that time, a lot of people were coming to her, and she was in very high demand because she is the best when it comes to teaching and to instilling discipline and to just teach the art form, in its purest form. And so we went to Anu Aunty, and of course she was very, very strict. She made not just me, but all of her students we used to practice a lot. We'd just sit in her house for hours and we'd just be practicing, and she would teach a lot to us about different aspects of music, not just, compositions, but also about improvisation and things like that. And we would all sit together. And that was when I really started loving the art form. It was not that I didn't like it before, but when you're around a group of people and you have one passion and you're all doing it together, there is something that in that unity that kind of gets you even more motivated. I always liked it, but the motivation was not so much there. But then the motivation kicked in when I was with all of those peers. Then I started performing concerts again because Anu Aunty wanted me to perform. I was very scared of performing and I never liked the idea of performing. But she said, no, you know, you have to perform. Like, you have to at least do it once or twice. Then say you don't like it. But then, of course, once I did it once or twice, I started liking it a lot. And then I came to Chennai for season during music season, and I started singing concerts then. And every time I would come during music season, I would always want to stay back in Chennai. I would not want to go back to US. And I would always tell my parents, oh, you know, I want to stay back. Why do I have to go back to US? Nothing is there. And so then slowly that desire to stay in India started growing more and more each year. So about 4 years down the line, after I had started singing concerts, I was around 21 when I started singing concerts in season. Around 25, I decided, okay, I'm moving to India, and I moved here in 2012, and it's been a really good journey ever since then. I've been singing. First, it started off with just a few concerts, you know, maybe 1 or 2 concerts in a month, 1 or 2 concerts in 2-3 months. But now it's come to a point where, you know, every month solidly, I'm singing in different places, and it's a really lovely experience because I get to travel around India and do what I love doing, which is singing, and singing in different languages, which is another passion of mine. I love languages. So yeah, that's been my journey.